The sum of 25 consecutive even integers is 10,000. What is the largest of these 25 consecutive integers? Consecutive means that these two numbers are next to each other, or they are adjacent to each other. So for example, 2, 4, and 6, they would be consecutive even integers. So now that we kind of know what that word means, let's get right into the problem. We know that there are 25 consecutive even integers. So how can we express that using variables? Well, we don't know what they are, but we know their relationship to each other. So let's set the first consecutive even integer as x. If that's the first one, then the next consecutive integer would be x and then plus 2, and then x plus 4, because that's adding 2 more to the previous one, and then x plus 6, and so on. And we know that there are 25 of them, all added together. So added together. So we keep adding in this pattern until when? Well, our last number, our last even consecutive even integer would be x plus a multiple of 2. But what would be that multiple of 2? Now, there are multiple layers of patterns to this, so this is when you really have to be organized with your writing and then really think about the relationships of these numbers. We know that this is the first term, this is the second term, third term, fourth term. So we can see that each of these, their relationship between all of these numbers is that they are this number times 2 minus 2. Right? This is 4 is equal to 3 times 2 minus 2. This is equal to 2 times 2 minus 2. So if this one is the 25th consecutive integer, then we do 25 times 2 minus 2, which is equal to 48. So x plus 48 would be the expression for the 25th consecutive integer. Now that we have that expression down, we can find a way to solve it and simplify it. So we know that their total is 10,000. Oops, I erased something right there. Their total is 10,000. So let's write that right here. And now we're just solving for x. So here, how many total x's are there? We're going to combine like terms. We know that there are 25 x's because there are 25 consecutive even integers. So 25x plus, and then we have a sequence from 2 all the way to 48 in all of the even numbers in between. So 25x plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 all the way to 48 is equal to 10,000. Now, how can we solve this? How can we combine these constant terms? Well, this is kind of hard to work with right now, but what if we use a distributive property and we factored out a 2? So this would become 2 times 1 plus 2 plus 3 all the way to 24 is equal to 10,000. And now I'm pretty sure you've seen this type of expression before. Whenever we have 1 in all of the consecutive integers in between to a certain number, what we can do is take the least number at the very beginning and the last number, so in this case 1 and 24, and group them together, giving us one group of 25. We know the number before 24 has to be 23. We can group that with the second number, which is 2. That gives us another group of 25. So we can keep grouping it until we get 12 groups of 25. And we know that there are going to be 12 groups of 25 because we are dividing the total number of terms, 24, by 2. So written it out, it would become 25x plus 2 times, and then in here it would become 25. In how many groups of 25? It would be 12 groups of 25. is equal to 10,000. Now this is just order of operations and more calculations. So we can first do 25 times 12, which gives us 300. 300 times 2 is 600. So by subtracting 600 from both sides, we get 9,400 on the right side is equal to 25x. Now we divide 25 on both sides, giving us 376. But does this answer a question? What is the largest of these 25 consecutive integers? Remember, x represents the smallest of these 25 consecutive integers. So in order to find the largest, we have to take 376 and add it with 48, because remember, this is the expression for the largest consecutive integer. So by using this expression, 376 plus 48 is equal to 424. So the largest of these 25 consecutive integers would be 424.